On Tuesday, in Amuru District in Elegu, near the Uganda-South Sudan border, a frustrated businessman, Suudi Baliddawa, drove his car from a point where police had parked it after impounding it over a traffic offense that was allegedly committed by Baliddawa. Baliddawa parked the car at an isolated point in the town, sprinkled it with petrol before setting it on fire using a match. Baliddawa claims he had been frustrated by police who failed to understand his suffering.
Who stressed me to an extent. I went there myself, I reported all my cases in person without being forced. She detained me when I have a bond. She denied me justice. She withheld my car for 5 days.
According to Hillary Irimaso, a psychiatrist, uncontrolled anger made Baliddawa become destructive.
According to him, they continued frustrating him, took away the only means of his livelihood. For anyone whose livelihood is threatened, definitely will cause him emotional distress. And in his opinion, he did everything, he followed it up, but again, the frustrations continued.
According to Irimaso, whenever you realize that your emotions and anger are overwhelming, this is what you ought to do.
Take a moment off. Take a moment off. Get away from that situation. First reflect, calm down, and then refocus. Go into dialogue with these guys, because what the police wanted was something different.
But what happens when one talks to people, but the advice given does not work for the distressed person?
If you still feel angry, talk to the experts, because the experts will help you see these things in a different way.
Although Baliddawa burnt his vehicle, that is not the end of his psychological torture.
He needs legal help and psychosocial help.
Irimaso has a message to the police, which allegedly frustrated Baliddawa.
Talk to the people in the best way possible. Listen to them and understand them, address their concerns in what we call psychological first aid.
Many times people who are distressed stories think they have run out of options, but psychologists are saying that how you think determines how you're going to respond and also how you're going to exhibit your emotions, especially in any situation that you're faced with. Now, what remains the waiting game is to see whether the police is going to check its own house and find out why Suudi Baliddawa was frustrated and what action they are going to be taking against their own officers, just in case it is found out that this was a game plan. Suudi Baliddawa, NTV.